Good morning. Today's reading is from Matthew chapter 9, verses 9 to 15. It starts off with Matthew, the evangelist and apostle. He was sitting at his seat in the custom house when Jesus came across him, and Jesus said, "Follow me." Later in the same reading, Jesus said, "It's not the healthy who need a doctor, but the sick." Every day in Maua Methodist Hospital, we see between 150 and 350 people every day in the outpatient and casualty department. They come from all sorts of backgrounds, educated or illiterate, poor or with money, young, old, children, pregnant women. They come with sudden illnesses, trauma, infectious diseases, or chronic diseases like diabetes, hypertension, and asthma. In Maua, we also have a Muslim population who come to the hospital because they know that we are committed to giving a service to all people. Jesus indicates that we are sick. Sick in the sense of needing healing, not only in the body, physical healing, but also of the mind. Healing of broken loves, healing in our spirit, needing healing in some of our relationships, needing healing in our estimation of ourselves. Recently, Dr. Claire attended a gathering at the home of a recently bereaved widow. It's something we do. We go as a group and we take with us a gift of some kind, maybe food, and we pray with the family. Every day from the day of the announcement of the death until the day of the funeral, different groups go to the family home. When they were there during this occasion, a young man wandered into the compound. He was totally drunk. This young man was behaving as many drunks do. And other people in the group, older men, were going, "Oh, tut tut," at the young man. Some of the big people got irritated. But it was a young man who gently took the drunk by the hand and led him away from the gathering to a different part of the compound. Who showed the compassion of Jesus? We used to have a lady with mental illness come to our chapel during morning devotions in the hospital. She would walk up and down, mostly quietly, but when she did cause a disruption by shouting or singing, somebody would get up, quietly take her by the hand and lead her out of the chapel and calm her down. The local church paid for her Modicate injections and she got control of her schizophrenia. When we have big functions, they tend to be held in a field and everybody's fed. There's a lot of clearing up to do afterwards. The street children come to the field and they sit at the edge of the function and wait. When everybody's gone and the clean-up starts, they come in and they help. Then they're given as much food as they want till their bellies are full. Our churches in the UK are involved with organisations to help people in need. Things like the food bank, which are wonderful. They help so many people. But what would we do if somebody came into our church when we were having a service or a meeting and they were dirty, smelly, not the kind of person that usually comes into church? What would we do? What about the drunks, the addicts, people who we think bring it on themselves? Do we gently help them, or do we tut-tut? Do we hope that a steward will lead them away and not have them sit next to us? That person is a child of God, as much as you or me. Matthew was not the kind of person that would normally associate with the religious, but Jesus called him, and Jesus calls us to be like him.